The 2025 edition of the Tennessee Derby is here. The Chattanooga Red Wolves host One Knoxville SC in the battle for the Volunteer State. Philip Galati with you every step of the way from CHI Memorial Stadium. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Both of these teams have been climbing the ladder as we take a look at the table in USL League One. Just 1 point separates these two sides, but take a look at the race for the playoffs. That big red cutoff line, 4 teams on 16 points. Chattanooga with just 1 ahead on 17. FC Naples in 4th with 19. It is all to play for tonight. As for the hosts and their recent form, they have put together some serious success as of late. 3-1, a win over FC Naples. 2-1, the scoreline that led them to victory over South Georgia Tormenta and the Portland Hearts of Pine. 2 of those 3 wins coming right here at CHI Memorial Stadium. After a draw and a loss on the road, the Red Wolves are back to defend the Den as they have done all season long, thanks to this man, Pedro Hernandez. You've heard of the hot foot. This guy's going to burn the whole house down. Our player to watch, presented by News 12, has scored in 5 successive matches. An incredible streak for the man who joined the Red Wolves out of college back in 2022. As for One Knoxville, their most recent result, a big win and a big clean sheet as well on home soil at Covenant Health Park. Sievert Haugley got his first goal of the season from the set piece. Gotta watch out for those set pieces tonight. Those include long throws like that one, Mikael Göling with his second of the season. And then deep into the second half, Babacar Dieng with a powerful header to the back post to make it 3-0. One Knoxville pick up the dub. As for tonight's player to watch with One Knoxville, we mentioned him a little earlier, Mikael Göling, just a first-year professional. Head coach Ilya Illich says, we've put some serious expectations on him, and he's surpassed them every single time. We want him on the field constantly, and you'll have to keep a lookout because he can connect the dots from just about anywhere. So 273 days since the last time we had the Tennessee Derby. That was a 1-1 scoreline. What's in store for 2025? For that, you're going to have to stay tuned and find out. The starting 11 and, of course, the first half kick on the other side of the break. See you soon.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber-fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
The 2025 edition of the Tennessee Derby is here. Chattanooga and One Knoxville duking it out for the first time this season. Phil Galani with you from CHI Memorial Stadium as we take a look at the first 11. Up for the Red Wolves, it is 5 at the back, headlined by Yanis Lilin at the left back position. Spanish mother, a French father, played his college ball with JMU and his first start in USL League One. Matt Bentley up top with 4 goals to his name. Pedro Hernandez, 5 in his last 5 to his right. A star-studded first 11. Same thing with one Knoxville as well, although we should mention a late scratch. Gio Calixtro was slated to start at the right wing position. Instead, it will be Stavros Zarakostas, who sits in behind Babacardien, getting his first league goal the last time out against South Georgia. Mark Doyle with 2 goals and 2 assists to his name to complete that front 3, with our player to watch, Mikael Gerling, sitting just behind the front trio. One Knoxville in their orange away kit. Mikael Gerling in his first year as a professional. Played Young Harris, Coach Ilya Ilich's alma mater. Pedro Hernandez has been producing absolute flames for the Red Wolves, who are back from their road trip looking to defend the Den once again. It would be a 3rd straight win at home with 3 points tonight for the hosts. Center official Joshua Encarnacion. He's checked his watch. And Matt Bentley is given the green light to start this one. Red Wolves have drawn something up here. Looked like a training ground play. Cut away by one Knoxville. Are headed to the left. Chattanooga towards the right side of your screen. One point separating these two sides coming into tonight. A 1-1 draw 273 days ago in the last meeting, and already that is a derby type challenge. There's gonna be emotion in this one. Jordan Skelton, the captain, bringing down Pedro Hernandez unfairly, and it is a foul for the skipper. The Newcastle, England native, named to back-to-back USL League One first teams. Left short. Nobody was there to cover it. Instead, everyone's in the box and the push and go over the byline. Joshua Ramos trying to make something happen. It was a clever idea. The man who has represented the U.S. Virgin Islands internationally. Sean Lewis, the starting goalkeeper from one Knoxville. The call is up and in from him. He has been a fixture for this side in between the pipes since its inception. Started last time out against South Georgia. Tormenta made 4 saves, kept the clean sheet, his first since April 19th against FC Naples. Only made 2 appearances last month, 2 appearances the month before that. Johan Gary Bay has fought him for that spot. It's a heck of a battle for one Knoxville, who go forward now with numbers. Low cross dealt with at the front post by Waters. The Irishman began his professional career in 2023 in the 3rd tier of Sweden. Sean Lewis in the 4th tier of U.S. Soccer has over 80 total appearances. USL League Two. 7,100 minutes in the USL Championship. A storied career for the Rockford, Michigan native. First long throw dealt with, second ball, Bentley trying to go the other direction. And across to cover with speed, Azar Costas, rather Richie who goes down, and it's an early yellow card. The referee setting the tone, and Matt Bentley has no complaints. That's what you have to do in a derby match as a referee. Richie with the pace, and there doesn't need to be that challenge from Matt Bentley. The ball going at a 45-degree angle, it's gonna cross the touchline. lunges in, trying to start that counter, but was always going to be second to it. And now, just 4 minutes into the match, Chattanooga's number 10 walks a tightrope. Set pieces, we mentioned in the pregame show, deadly for one Knoxville. A corner kick goal, a throw-in goal, and then a cross that was headed in to complete the 3 last time out for the side, and a 3-0 win against Tormenta. It will be Ritchie to swing it in. It's a good delivery, headed away at the top of the 18, fired right back in. Appeals for handball. Pedro Hernandez bravely throwing himself into the line of fire. Scott McKenzie, his second season as the full-time head coach, named the Academy Director in 2021, and a number of names that have proven Chattanooga's path to the professional leagues. Omar Gomez, Omar Hernandez, Zahir Vasquez, Jason Smith, all players who have played in the Chattanooga system, now under McKenzie with the first team. Knoxville going to try and boss possession in this one. They've got the numerical advantage in the middle third of the park. Doyle going over. Whistle sounds again. It'll now be Joshua Ramos having a talking to. Doesn't look like there'll be a card this time. Ramos fooled by the quick feet of the Irishman, Mark Doyle. And another set piece opportunity for the visitors. It's a really clever run by Ritchie to drag the defender out of the way. And then that defender, Ramos, steps up right at the last second. Heads up play between Ritchie and Doyle to move that along. Doyle drawing the contact. There was an attempt to play the ball, so the card will stay in the pocket. Ritchie a little bit shallow with the last delivery. From a difficult angle this, he's gonna put a lot of whip on it. And that he does. To the back post and some pushing and shoving. Sounds the whistle again. Ritchie really trying to shape that one into the area. And it looked like a good delivery, if not for the scrum inside the 6-yard box. Ian Fuller, the man in charge of one Knoxville, U.S. Open Cup legend, and guided them to some success in the tournament this year. Another shove at midfield. This time it's Sievert Haugli falling foul of the referee's decision. Another success story of USL was a national champion with the Des Moines Menace. Teammates with his current captain, Jordan Skelton, on that side. Sent into the box, the header from a difficult angle. All the way up was Waters from the back. It's very well done on the rotation to get the center back forward. lofted delivery with shape on it as well. Waters just losing it in the sun. Free kick just in front of midfield. Check out the new 2025 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. So Michael Knapp getting some instruction from his head coach, Scott McKenzie. Plenty of fans wearing red to support the home side. It is a lovely night on this Independence Day weekend. Plenty of red elsewhere in the stands as well. Red Wolves trying to give those fans something to smile about here. 10th minute. Again, a lot of loft under it. Richie under no real duress, able to get there, but only for a moment. It's Waters again from the back, who was nearest to it. Lines up in the middle of that back three, but the rotation from Chattanooga sending numbers forward early. Usually you see that from the outside players, but to send the center back forward, one of the other players in midfield is going to have to come back to cover a little bit. Waters has stayed forward. U17 national champion in his native Ireland with the Shamrock Rovers. Good tackle. And now One Knoxville trying to start the counter. They're very good at this. Dien trying to spring it. His pass a little bit under hit. Plenty of time and space afforded to One Knoxville at the back. Chattanooga just going to hold their shape, trying to scourge that long ball over the top like that. Still work to do, though. Dien doing enough to win the throw. Babacar Dien, 6'5", the man from Senegal. An imposing figure. Able to win those aerial duels and set up his teammates. Whistle sounds again, and this time it's offside. Jason Smith will trot over to take it. Has picked up a couple accolades this season, including a Save of the Week and Team of the Week in Week 1. His professional debut, making 3 saves and led all goalkeepers that week in goals conceded below expected, minus .21. Former Utah Valley man, that's where he got his start in the Chattanooga system with the Utah Red Wolves. Finished his college career at Syracuse in upstate New York. Has really come into his own in this role as the leader at the back for the Red Wolves. Haugli, Richie, time to stand it up, and does, and Smith will get his first touch of the ball. Spent 2 summers under head coach Scott McKenzie. Back when he was just 19 years of age. Turned 22 a little earlier this season. And Coach McKenzie said, even then I knew he was going to be special. Might need something special from his goalkeeper here. It's a good cross and allowed to bounce. Scurried away by Laline. Only as far as Brown. Kelly, lovely turn, simple pass, one more cross, and Smith will fall on it. Coach McKenzie said Jason Smith has been so driven since day one, since those days as a teenager, to prove his potential. Lovely Cruyff turn by Angelo Kelly on the far side. Simple ball, first time to try and find DN. It's a little too close to home. It's great goalkeeping from the number 1. Important as a goalkeeper to get some touches early in the match just to build the confidence, get into the rhythm of the game. He's done just that. And already you're seeing the game plan from One Knoxville, those early and often crosses. That's how they scored last time out. The whistle will sound just outside the penalty area. Yanis Lalin, in his first USL League One start, slaloming his way through 2 defenders. Step over, not once but twice. He keeps his head up, gets the nutmeg, and then there's some trailing contact from Stavros Arakostas. Jaheim Brown was defending him, the man who joined from Jamaican Premier League side Waterhouse FC. And now a conversation. How will they go about this? Waters will leave it behind. Omar Hernandez to your left chats it up with Wynand Wessels on the right. Wessels will go for it, and a speculative attempt in the end. 6th start of the season for Wynand Wessels. Played his college ball with Tennessee Wesleyan. And you can see from the shape of how he swung his leg that he was going for a goal. The top spin on that ball was good, but got too much underneath it, not enough to bring it back down underneath the crossbar. Brown skyward. It's a foot race, and real estate will expire ahead of Angelo Kelly. Coca-Cola, the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. th minute from CHI Memorial Stadium. Philip Galati with you, the first edition of the Tennessee Derby in 2025. Yet to see our first real try on goal for either side, but to be expected. 2 teams in hot form in the playoff race, not wanting to make bad mistakes like that. DN in behind, cuts it back, goes by the first man and cleared away from danger by Wessels. Right on cue, nearly a costly mistake for the Red Wolves. Great win by Gerling. DN with the head up to find the back pass, and Mark Doyle got it all wrong. Unselfish play by Gerling, maybe overhits that just a tad to take away the angle from DN. Doesn't want to try it on his left foot. Good cutback, and Mark Doyle unable to cash in for his 3rd of the season as Chattanooga earn a free kick. That was the best chance of the match thus far for either side, really. Wessels looking ready to soldier on. Smith went direct. First ball won by One Knox. Might win the second as well as our Costas with an Aaron Clip fighting for that one. Man, slotted into the starting 11 very late in this one. Originally it was Gio Calixtro, the young Oregon native, who was gonna start at that right wing position. Instead, Stavros Arakostas, that man right there with a team leading 4 assists to his name, got the call to make start number 8 of the campaign. Nobody's showing short for Richie. Not a ton of movement either. Gerling lost out to it. Wessels was there. Bentley goes down. A big collision. Looks like both players. Both of these teams just playing a little bit jittery. Yet to really settle into their shapes, their game plans. There's a big sliding challenge. And Michael Knapp went in, and he's got to be careful because for a second it looked like he may have gone over the ball. And that's what the referee is going to have a talk about. Even if you win the ball going over it with studs exposed, right there, ooh. Now he's made contact with the ball first, and then his foot rolls up. That's why he gets a yellow card. Without that contact, it might be a red. Studs exposed, up into the shin and knee area. It's dangerous play. It could be classified as serious foul play if he's not careful. Instead, it's just a booking for number 66. And already the second yellow card tonight. This match calling for a tempo setter, someone who's gonna settle things, find the simple ball, and start attacks at the way they want to. Omar Hernandez doing just that, wins the foul valiantly and soldiers on. Header was there for Ramos. He got up for it, just mistimed a bit. Step from Gomez was deflected and then out of touch by Waters. Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Great quick play on the far side from one Knoxville. That 1-2 touch passing can really open things up here, especially with Chattanooga sitting in a little bit. 5 at the back in their shape, discouraging that play down the channels. Richie is going to try and maraud his way through. Dien skyward, brought down by Wessels. Another 50-50. Ball just pinballing back and forth. Showing short for this one. Smart play. And now that one-touch passing. Execute ball over the top is a great one. Some touch as well. Zarakostas looking for help. Clipping it to the back post, and Waters is there. Patience from one Knoxville, dragging the defense every which way, then striking with the long ball over the top. It's a great run by Zarakostas, some first touch as well. Unselfish play, maybe a little bit too much hang time, but that's such a difficult ball to play across his body, running away from the goal, off balance. Well defended in the end, but maybe a battle scar to show for it. Medical staff on the field. Zarakostas will get some further instruction and some H2O as well. About the halfway point of this first half, and one Knoxville have been creating the better chances. Looks like Omar Gomez is the player down. Another success story of the Chattanooga path to the professional leagues. Was part of Park City's undefeated season before signing with the first team in 2023. Had 10 appearances last year for the club. This is 10th appearance of the season so far. Looks like he's gonna be all right, awake and alert, which is always good to see. a chat with his teammates about what this side might change going into the second half of the first 45. Scott McKenzie watching on intently. There have been some bright moments for this side, and I had a chance to speak with him earlier this week. He had a great quote about what he needs for his side against Ian Fuller and company. He said for his players, they can either be a piano player or a piano carrier. And there's no player without the carrier, because those are the guys that get the job done. They're willing to carry that big, heavy piano up the stairs and do whatever it takes, work hard on and off the field, and he says that's exactly what he has with this squad this year. They have been climbing the stairs of the USL League One table, and a chance to get a little bit of breathing room in the playoff race with 3 points tonight. Doyle to the byline. Nutmeg is a no-go, and Gomez swings away from danger. Bentley is checked back for it. Not a lot of options on for the counter. And pleading his case is Danny Fernandez. Tried to shield it out of play. Referee says he got a touch. Buckle up, fans. EPB Fiber Optics delivers the fastest internet speeds in Chattanooga over the area's only 100% fiber optic network. Find the recklessly fast speed your home or business needs at epb.com. Knoxville taking much more time on the ball now. Their last match against Tormenta, only 35% possession, got the 3-0 win. The match before that against Westchester, 34% possession, 1-1 draw. They know how to play without the ball. They know how to play well without it. But it's what they do on the ball that's very dangerous. DN, one of those dangerous players, dispossessed by Wessels offering the backup at the back. Spinning turn, may not have meant it, Ramos, but industrious bit of play. Didn't keep it for very long, though. Sliding challenge came in. Bentley gonna flick it along for Hernandez. Travella pass to the far side. Leline forward as a player goes down, and the yellow card comes out. Right at the edge of the area. Danny Fernandez waves it off. This is an excellent opportunity now for Chattanooga. And it's the speed at which they counter. Bentley quickly to Hernandez. Travella pass along to the far side. Leline sends it in. Right as he does, it's Omar Hernandez upended by Danny Fernandez. And now the first one Knox player into the pocketbook of Joshua Encarnacion. So the tricky part for a free kick from this distance looks to be no more than 20 yards out. Is not getting it up over the wall, it's getting it back down underneath the crossbar. We saw that with that last chance for Wine Wessels from a much more difficult angle. He's standing over it this time with the man who won the foul, Hernandez. Five in the wall for Sean Lewis, yet to really be tested tonight. Kelly is there as well, covering the short option. It will be Hernandez! Clawed off the line and then headed in! Matt Bentley follows it up. Some save to keep out the free kick, but you can't keep out the header. Bentley gets his 5th of the season. Some free kick that was. It's a great save off the crossbar. Charging in was Matt Bentley. Nobody picked him up. The flag stays down. Sean Lewis airborne spectacularly, but nothing he could do about the follow-up. And the Red Wolves, off a hot streak at home, get the opener in the Tennessee Derby. And it's just a quick bit of play, really against the grain. Set up by that man, Matt Bentley. Had the pass quickly to Pedro Hernandez. Switched it out to the far side. Hernandez for Leline. Sent it into the box. Omar Hernandez went down. He earned the free kick. He took the free kick. Some save by Sean Lewis. But Matt Bentley there to tie Pedro Hernandez with a team-leading 5th of the campaign as the flares fly in the Volunteer State.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Due to the high temperature of tonight's match, the referee has...
Scott McKenzie issuing an updated charge. Here's another look at that play. It was Hernandez unselfishly, and then a great run by Hernandez. Goes down. It is a foul, shoved from behind. Some free kick. He kept it under the crossbar. It was pushed off the crossbar by Lewis, and then Matt Bentley, all gas, no brakes, careening into the back of the net, nearly took the frame off, but able to follow it up uncontested. Thank goodness the net was there to catch him. It would be the 2nd time this season we've seen a broken goal frame in a one Knoxville game. Matt Bentley, who had a very hot start to his time in Chattanooga, had a chance to speak a little earlier with head coach Scott McKenzie, saying, did you expect him to hit the ground running in this league? He says, I did actually. I struggle to find a forward in this league who will run or work as hard for his teammates out of possession as Matt Bentley. Knows how to move, position himself in dangerous areas. No matter what environment he's in, he is someone whose teammates believe in him, whose staff believes in him, and when you have that belief behind you, the sky's the limit. A picturesque sky in Tennessee. 1-0 in favor of the Red Wolves out of the hydration break. One Knoxville with 60% possession in this one. Behind on the score sheet, Wessel shrugs off the challenge. Two shots on target for Chattanooga out of 4 total. No shots. Still looking for the first strike on or off target from one Knoxville. A team that has gotten hungrier every week, said assistant coach Ilya Illich. We had a chance to chat with him a little earlier this week. They've been putting in the work, and last weekend they saw the result. Doyle. Brown urged forward by his head coach Ian Fuller. Haugley away from danger, got it caught under his foot a bit. Now Ritchie. Look at the numbers forward for the cross. It comes in, it's cleared away. Everybody waiting on the back line for a play like that. DN through traffic, couldn't get it, and comes off Zaracosta's last. The USL on CBS kicks off July with a hot showdown in the Championship Eastern Conference. Last season's final runner-up Rhode Island FC takes on Northeast rival Hartford Athletic on Saturday, July 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Deanne trying to play Zarakostas in behind. He's got the pace to get there. Cut it back, but not in time. The shot off the post, though, it wouldn't have counted. Flag on the far side going up for the goal kick. Abakar Dieng has been a bit of an island so far in this match. Saw a couple chances earlier when teammates were connecting with him, but now has been shouldered with a lot of the burden and starting attacks for Knoxville. Declan Waters has had his number through 34 minutes and change. Hernandez, a little bit behind his teammate, but Omar Hernandez able to get on it. Quick feet, but not quick enough. Howley with the check of the shoulder. Saw Matt Bentley there. That's that sort of work he does out of possession that his head coach Scott McKenzie was highlighting. You can see how he's directing traffic for his teammates, a shape that he knows his squad has to have without the ball. And it leads to potential giveaways like that. Kelly forced back, then sent long. Zarakostas went down. Dieng stuck with it. Dieng to the byline. Goes out for a goal kick. Declan Waters once again has shut down Knoxville's forward. Referee helping Stavros Zarakostas back to his feet. Jason Smith ready to get the Select ball back into play. Select proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Gerling picked away as Bentley watches on. Swing and a miss. That one goes foul. Eric Kinsner into the stands. The fan thought he had it. Fortunately, he can't take the Select ball home. Ritchie continues the overlap, but Mark Doyle almost every time starts to drift inside. Tries to play that diagonal ball to the end, who's well defended again, this time by Omar Gomez. It's better rotation from Knoxville. Outside back goes forward, the midfielder tucks into the center, and then the forward makes the diagonal run. Any soccer player, coach, or fanatic will tell you that triangles are the key to success when you have three players rotating around each other, moving the ball, understanding what runs are being made, and when to make them. That's when you can really turn defenders out of sorts. Gomez is going to take his time. Flicked on. Bentley in a foot race. Fernandez has won it on a yellow card and plays to safety. Lewis under some duress, got it away. Lewis more convincingly convincingly away this time. Deanne wins it. Great touch by Gerling, who goes down. Referee has a look, doesn't wave for the advantage. Brown finds Kelly. Thought about a shot, not given the space to. Zaracosta's fancy footwork. Stands it up off the crossbar. Still alive, Richie back into the mix. 1-2 from Kelly, dispossessed. Sent away by Ramos. Lightning quick play from One Knoxville. From the goalkeeper. Richie, no way through. Haugli. Kelly. No space to turn in midfield. Chattanooga found a way to shut down the overload. Brown. Fernandez. Former Vasco da Gama Academy graduate of the Giants. Brazilian soccer. Same academy as Douglas Luiz and Felipe Coutinho. Now Brown. Defender backs off, allows him to cross it in. He's gonna fall for Gerling. If he can bring it down. Does with Haugli. Good strike and a good save as well by Jason Smith. First test of the night for him, and he's equal to it. First shot on target of the night for One Knoxville. Former Team of the Week man, Jason Smith, parries it away for the corner. It's a short corner for One Knoxville. Kelly, cross comes off the first man and sent away by Hernandez. Brown, the sky. Doyle has settled it 25 yards out. This is great footwork from Doyle. Nearly went the whole way himself, and the end shot tamed in the end for Smith. Let's take a look at that chance from a little bit before. How about the team play? How many One Knoxville players touch this? Fernandez back to the goalkeeper. Deanne with that classic 9 hold-up play. Gerling gets the first touch on it, and that's the only touch he had before he's upended. Then Zaracostas plays Brown on the overlap. Kelly shows short. Brown continues his run to open up space for Zaracostas, who goes to work one-on-one to the byline, cuts it back. The numbers are there, and the goal nearly there as well. There's some play from One Knoxville. That is the team play that they've been looking for in this match. Connected it so well from one end of the pitch to the other. No player taking more than 1 or 2 touches on the ball except for Zaracostas, which is what you want from your winger. Going at defenders, dribbling, trying to set something up. Ian Fuller watching on intently. Shake of the head, and knows he is unlucky to not see his side have a level contest in the 43rd minute. Going down once again. It's that number 9 play. Expected to do the work with very little time. Ball was rolling, so we'll retake it. Every time he checks to that ball, he's not given any sort of breathing room by the back line, particularly Declan Waters. So he has to lay it off for somebody, then continue his run forward. But when Babacar Dieng gets a chance to turn and face that goal, that's when your eyes, if you're a One Knoxville fan, are gonna perk up. That's when he's most dangerous. because he's not going to get that chance very often tonight, but he has the skill to make the most of it. Chattanooga have shut him down and are a minute and a little bit more without a time from entering halftime with the advantage. Haugley flicked on by Dien, and the ball seemed to take a hop from him. Scout McKenzie fired up. Since that goal, we haven't seen Chattanooga foray very far forward. Matt Bentley in the 29th minute, the lone difference maker thus far on the night from CHI Memorial Stadium. Now they have a chance to build from the back a little bit. Overhit. That's an errant pass. Kinsler just had to get it away. Sauer Costas with the pace to put him under duress. Skelton. Couple players make that overlapping run. Might open up for the shot for Gerling. He'll turn back onto his left, and the curler straight at Smith. It's a great turn from Gerling. Well defended by Michael Knapp, but able to wriggle free just enough for the shot, but doesn't get a great chance to look at goal before he strikes. First of the 4 minutes at a minimum guaranteed of stoppage time.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage time added to the end of the first half.
Ritchie on his bike. Doyle, green grass in front of him. Now closed down by Ramos, moves it along to Ritchie. It might fall back here for Mark Doyle. Still dribbling in the box, lays it off, and the shot sent high and sent wide. Young fans keeping cool in the Independence Day weekend weather. Thankfully the ball sent well over the structure. It is a hot day in Chattanooga. Saw the cooling break earlier. 89 degrees, says the weather app. These players a few minutes away from a much longer break. One Knoxville vying for that equalizer. Dien moves it along, and he's won the foul as well. That's exactly the type of play that he's had tonight. No breathing room, has to use his body, does well with his frame to get enough of a touch on it for a teammate. That sort of hold-up play has allowed One Knoxville to get numbers forward time and time again. Now it's about connecting the dots. Ritchie has been the set-piece specialist tonight. Just a bit of a difficult one, almost straight away. Curious to see if the player tries to head this back in front of goal or go for glory themselves. Ritchie stands it up. He headed to the top of the box and fizzed in. Some effort that from Stavros Zarakostas. On the half volley. With the foot like a scythe blade, just slicing through it. Not a horrible effort in the end. It requires so much technique. It would have been a goal, the season contender. Not long now until the halftime whistle. Ramos into space. Hernandez with a bit of a Aaron stud against Stuart Ritchie. Voiced his displeasure. And the referee will bring the first half to a close. Matt Bentley started the attack that led to the free kick. Omar Hernandez's free kick clawed off the line, but Bentley there to follow it in. Stuart Ritchie has put in a number of crosses for One Knox, but they find themselves behind at the break. It is that man's goal who separates the in-state rivals through 45 minutes. We have plenty to talk about at halftime. News and notes around USL League One, some players to highlight in the team of the week, and of course the first half highlights. You're not going to want to miss it. 45 minutes down from CHI Memorial Stadium, the Red Wolves, one of the goods over One Knox as we step aside.
He shoots, and he scores!
Do you know how fast you were going? 2.5 gig. With kids on the couch.
New 2.5 gig internet from EPB.
Slow down.
It's recklessly fast.
Too fast.
With SmartNet plus Wi-Fi.
Violation.
Turbocharging all your devices. More than twice the speed of the gig for just a little more. Only from EPB.
That is recklessly fast.
Real recognized real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
One nothing through 45 minutes on a very hot Independence Day weekend in Tennessee. Some hot highlights as well around USL League One. Let's take a look at the goal and the save of the week.
The signal right leaves it. Crafty bend by Nathan Messer. A lot on it. Out front, still loose. Avielta tries to clear it away. Ollie Wright regathers. Out front again. Redirected. Top corner. Wrestles the twine. A goal apiece. Liati gets it to go. In by Evans. It sits up. Robles. How is the ball not down the back of the net?
Carlos Perez, the big-time stop against Greenville, but it is Jason Smith that has kept the clean sheet through 45 minutes for Chattanooga. Got much more to talk about, but first, one more break. Don't go anywhere.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water unique? It's our commitment to making our bottles from at least 50% recycled plastic. In fact, Crystal Geyser is the only beverage company in the U.S. to exclusively own and operate 2 plastic recycling facilities. And you can help us make an impact too by always remembering to recycle your bottles. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Simple, but not easy.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
Off to the races for Monterey Bay to floor save! Warren takes the shot, a banger to put Orange County up 3-1. He shoots, and he scores!
A beautiful night for the 2025 edition of the Tennessee Derby. 45 minutes down, and before we play the next 45, let's take a look at the news and notes around USL League One. How about Athletic Club Boise not only revealing the new name and branding, but also breaking a league record for ticket deposits as the USL continues to grow and thrive. A player thriving on the pitch, Eduardo Blancas, with AD Alta's first ever hat-trick on home soil in a 4-1 win over FC Naples. Meanwhile, Greenville stealing the headlines, the first ever win against a higher division opponent, a 2-0 clean sheet against Miami FC of the USL Championship in the Jägermeister Cup. As for USL League One, the team of the week headlined by Ajmir Spengler, the star player wearing number 10 for the expansion side, Texoma, Azad Liadi and Ollie Wright also into the 11 for another expansion side, Portland, with Leo Castro. He's had a number of selections this year, as well as Toby Sims off the back of his first nominee to the team of the week. As for what's on deck in USL League One, Texoma will take on Forward Madison. AD Alta looking to continue their hot streak against the defending champions Union Omaha, and South Georgia Tormenta will play Portland Hearts of Pine to wrap up the weekend. As for will also host the Charlotte Independence to wrap up the month of July. The Experience, presented by El Jimador Spiked Bebidas, is a video docuseries that shows the history, passion, and community of USL clubs and their supporter groups. The latest episode showcases Forward Madison and their support group, The Flock, and is available on youtube.com/USL on June 17th.
He shoots, and he scores!
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
The stakes are higher. You know what's on the line.
We're here to support the crest, the club, and the community.
This is what the Henny Derby's all about!
I don't know about other people, but I kind of get goosebumps.
We show up no matter what the weather is. In the snow, 35 degrees.
The club has developed, the team has developed, so has the fan base.
People in this town love this team, pack these stands out for every single game.
USL All Access. Is it really possible that an end-of-year meeting in 2019 helped shape and shift the entire championship transfer market? Head coach Ben Pierman of the Charleston Battery joins us to say, yes, we got Jägermeister Cup action for you. Mike and I break down the groups as they approach their final match day in this interleague tournament, and the USL Championship takes the national stage. Multiple games on CBS Sports Network this week. We'll break them down for you.
Almost time to get things going once again. How about a night of fun in Tennessee? The derby has been heating up. Couple fans trying to stay cool. 9 degrees on the weather app, and the action has been flaming hot as well. Chattanooga early on creating a couple chances, ball up to the back post and headed over by Declan Waters. And then one Knoxville was really starting to take the reins a little bit. This is a poor giveaway from Joshua Ramos. Nico Gilling onto it. Babacar Dieng ran out of real estate. Mark Doyle couldn't catch in on the cutback. So it stayed 0-0. 23rd minute. One Knoxville again on the prowl in the Wolves' den. Sarah stands it up. Dieng second to it. Waters the first. Omar Gomez as well. Shaking up the play, but was all right to carry on. 4 minutes later, Chattanooga putting something together the other direction, and it's a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Won by Omar Hernandez, somehow saved by Sean Lewis, and then Matt Bentley, full steam ahead, heads it into the back of the net. Nobody picks him up, and the flag stays down 1-0 in favor of Chattanooga. 6 minutes from time, and Angela Kelly moves it along Stavros Sarakostas' step over the cross. And a header, and it's off the crossbar. Mark Doyle again denied his goal. In the first half stoppage time, the last chance of the first 45, because Gilling on the turn, on the go, and it's right down Main Street for Jason Smith, who has saved all 3 of One Knoxville's shots on target, the 2 on target for Chattanooga. coming from that set piece. The first save by Sean Lewis, the second headed into the back of the net. 67% possession for one Knoxville. That is almost double the possession they had last time out in a 3-0 win to South Georgia Tormenta, with 2 yellow cards for the hosts and 1 for the visitors. Matt Bentley now tied with Pedro Hernandez with 5 on the team. Babacar Dieng scored his first last week. He's been more of a facilitator so far tonight. Angelo Kelly, former All-League second team selection with one Knoxville. And we've had a false start. Not quite football season yet. Angelo Kelly, take 2, and we're back. If you're just joining us, Chattanooga on the right side of your screen in the red, one Knoxville headed to the right, wearing the white. First meeting in almost 300 days. That's a big challenge right at the edge of the area. And Angelo Kelly has won a free kick. Michael Knapp must be careful because he is already on a yellow card. That was a big collision indeed. Flares have started once again behind the goal, adding a bit of atmosphere to this volunteer state derby. This is a difficult try. About 25 yards out for Mikhail Gerling. He'll go for goal. It's right into the wall. The second opportunity moved along short. Zarakostas swiping it in. Dieng worked back for it. Bounces in front of Waters. Mikhail Gerling looking for his third of the season, unable to cash in as Abel Caputo has checked into the match. And from the Levante Academy, replaces Danny Fernandez, who was on a yellow card. In fact, the lone Knoxville player booked so far tonight. Ian Fuller going to the bench, looking for a little bit of a change in terms of the tempo. Abel Caputo can play on the back line. Last year had 21 appearances for Lexington, has more of that traditional number 6 central defensive midfielder. Someone who sits just in front of the back line and is there to clean things up in transition, but also start things the other direction. That's a poor piece of play from Chattanooga. Ball bouncing over the outstretched leg of Omar Hernandez. Bentley got there first, and this will be another yellow card. Mikhail Gerling went to ground, and right after the lone Knoxville player on a booking was replaced, second name added to the card. Knew it was risky. Bentley just getting there first, and everyone on Chattanooga asking for a yellow card. Mikhail Gerling into the book. Curious case for the rookie. Someone who initially, going into the season, wasn't on head coach Ian Fuller's radar. It was someone in the front office that said, hey, take a look at this guy. played at Young Harris, alma mater of Ilya Illich, his assistant coach, and the alma mater of a couple very famous One Knoxville players. And so they brought him in, and since day one, he's hit the ground running, said Coach Fuller. And a pivotal part of this side, and even scored on his professional debut against league leaders Spokane. Ramos with 3 assists to his name, yet to find his first goal of the year. That could change here from the corner kick. First of the night for Chattanooga. They go short with it. Sent in and over everybody, almost into the back of the net. Lewis was frozen on his line. Coca-Cola, the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. One Knoxville, as they did in the first half, looking to boss possession. Caputo checking in that CDM role, exactly where we expected him. Already starting to counter. Kelly trying to keep it alive. Caputo calling off reinforcements. High the back line has stepped up for Knoxville. Ritchie at the left and Brown on the right, all the way up, trying to start this attack, get the numbers forward. Red Wolves very compact on home soil, clogging those passing lanes. Difficult for Knoxville to play in between the lines, so it's going to take some individual brilliance. Ritchie tried to go himself, stopped in his tracks by Ramos. Kelly, early cross, Dienne's second to it. Hernandez went down, asked for the push. Referee had a check of his shoulder, didn't raise the whistle. Bentley, great step, trying to play Hernandez onside. Hernandez, 2 defenders in front of him, sees the run of Bentley, looking for his second. Right at Lewis. The sliding challenge came in. Bentley has stayed down. It was a dangerous challenge in the box like that. 2-on-2 opportunity for Chattanooga. They really should have made it 2-0. Kelly, good idea. Dienne second guessed it for a second. Loses Waters just for a moment. Kelly again. Haugley. Bouncing ball for Brown. Skelton. Everybody forward for the cross. Ritchie the only one showing short. And he's got space to whip it in. And does. Allowed to bounce. Still alive. Zaracosta's trying to turn and can't find the angle. Well defended by Yanis Leline. One more look at that counter from Pedro Hernandez. Draws both defenders and plays a great ball for Bentley. Hits it first time in. Well, there's a challenge made, and the defender does get some air before sliding into Bentley. It's not a clean slide. And Matt Bentley saying he didn't touch the ball. One more look at the challenge. You can see Skelton leaves the ground. There is daylight between the earth and his feet, lunging into Bentley. And he must have got a touch on it, otherwise it's a penalty kick. Matt Bentley doesn't think there was one. That is a very, very close challenge. Long throw headed on, sent back in and sent through by Zaracostas. Square pass a couple of times now for one Knoxville, just not finding their marks as Matt Bentley will continue to plead his case to the referee. Chance long gone now, but the way he's been playing as of late, he won't have to wait long for another chance. Bentley to the byline and earns the corner kick. Skelton there, former North Carolina man. And former USL League Two Defender of the Year when he won it all in 2021. Back-to-back League One first team the last 2 seasons. He's earned that captain's armband. 4-1 Knox. Hernandez, out-swinging delivery, a lot of hang time on it. Knapp is there, didn't get clean contact. Knapp arriving late. Waters was there at the back post as well, a little more stationary. Tough chance. Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Clever turn again from Caputo. Players backing off. Took a lot of space. Now Doyle. Dispossessed cleanly by Ramos, who skips by Doyle. Not once, but twice, earning the free kick. The two exchanging some words as well. No love lost between the in-state foes. Scott McKenzie yet to make his first change tonight. He's eyeing up a plan for success because his side, since scoring back in the 29th minute, really haven't seen much of the ball in the final third. That 2-on-2, their best chance by some margin. Zaracostas caught out. Now Hernandez brought down, but Kelly won the ball. Sliding challenge was a good one, and now the Red Wolves have numbers. Bentley trying to pick out Hernandez, in the way as Haugley, and was able to keep it in touch for a throw. Great play to hustle to the ball, not let it get over the byline. Well spotted by the assistant referee. Ian Fuller will make 2 more changes. Kempis Tequila is on up top for Babacar Dieng, and Gio Calixtro, who was a late scratch to the starting 11, is into the match. Coming on as a second half substitute. A last minute change from Ian Fuller, and will give his number 11 a little over a half hour in place of the man who started in his place, Stavros Zaracostas. Brown, flowing move this from one Knox. Switch to the far side and acres of space afforded to Doyle. White shirts arriving. One of them is Richie. Heavy touch, Ramos was there and wins the foul. It's better from one Knoxville. Again, the pace of the verticality with which they play. Saw that chance in the first half that started with the goalkeeper, Sean Lewis. This one moved quickly along. Number of good tackles in that far side of the second half for Joshua Ramos. Joshua Ramos featured in the Latvian second tier after high school. Scored once in 27 appearances across all divisions for South Georgia Tormenta. Three assists to his name. Now Red Wolf has more. Calixtro won it, stays with it. Doyle to his left, Kelly on the right. Finds the former, couldn't pick out the latter. Calixtro still soldiering onward. Goes down, one-time ball for Kelly. Lovely play, this is Doyle! Into the side netting. The whistle sounding as well for offside. It's a great touch from Kelly into the path of Doyle. Couldn't find the finish and it just straight offside. Again, more verticality from One Knoxville. Speed at which they are starting to play in the second half is more akin to what they've been wanting tonight. If they can get past that midfield block where Chattanooga has the numerical advantage, that's where they can really find some space. Alina stepped up a bit from the bottom of your screen. So too is Knapp. So they'll send it long now, One Knoxville. They'll find some space with Brown. Outside back has stayed high. Tequila makes the overlap. Does enough just to watch it trickle over the byline for a corner kick. Right in front of the traveling One Knoxville support. Ritchie on it once again. Into the mixer and headed over the bar. Excellent delivery. This one with some real venom behind it. It was Mikkel Gerling climbing the ladder. Skeleton urges his side onward. 63rd minute from CHI Memorial Stadium. It is still Matt Bentley following up the free kick in the 29th, the lone difference maker in 2025 edition of the Tennessee Derby. Philip Galati with you from a very hot night in Chattanooga. As Knoxville have really turned on the afterburners in this second half, and if they continue to pelt this Red Wolves back line with chance after chance, there is a chance the levee will break. Caputo. Drew Knapp out of position. Tequila waits for the run to be made. Ritchie, first time ball, gets right back to him. Kelly. Calixtro. Knapp heroically in the way. Chattanooga trying to batten down the hatches. Brown stands it up. All the shirts in white and orange. Tequila spinning, shooting, saving is Smith. Tequila off balance, tried to do it all himself. That kind of angle, it's going to take a lot more than a shot like that to beat that man. Only EPB Fiber Optics delivers fiber-fast internet speeds up to 25 gigs to help you stream, game, work, play, and more on all of your high-tech devices at the same time. Find the recklessly fast speed you need at epb.com. Omar Hernandez, Dalton, Georgia native, played for Dalton Red Wolves in League Two, just 23 years of age. He's Gatorade National Boys Soccer Player of the Year in high school with a record 84 goals and 64 assists for Dalton High. We're out to a perfect record and a state championship. 2 goals, 2 assists for the youngster this season. In half as many appearances as last year. Tonight his 10th start. Receiving a well-deserved round of applause. Scott McKenzie starting now to look to his bench. Ian Fuller has made 3 changes already. There will be a flurry of changes for the Red Wolves. Ramos replaced by Aaron Lombardi. Omar Hernandez taken off for Zahir Vasquez up top. An attacking-minded change that. Pedro Hernandez as well. Will hang up his boots for the night. Grayson Mercer, Raleigh native. Started his career with the North Carolina FC Youth Academy. Played his college ball with UNC Wilmington, 12 goals, 6 assists in 48 matches. Now making his 4th appearance for Chattanooga this season. So Lombardi a change at the back. Joshua Ramos has had a great night. Someone who his head coach, Scott McKenzie, says is ready to showcase his potential in this league and has done in the Derby. Zahir Vasquez up top for Omar Hernandez. And then at the back, Grayson Mercer as well. Rather, it is Mercer who will step up a little bit. Zahir Vasquez dropping a little deeper, but now leads the charge. And with fresh legs, Chattanooga really trying to press. Gomez nearly winning it back. Ritchie. No way forward. Red Wolves have settled into their shape a little bit. Brown, Tequila. Scouting instead for Caputo. He's found a lot of space that's coming on back in the 45th minute. No spacing behind that time, and a frustration foul on the part of Angelo Kelly. Referee gonna check things out. Make sure Omar Gomez is okay. We saw him shaken up after one challenge in the first half. The USL on ESPN2. Watch July 11th as West Coast rivals take to the field to fight for valuable Western Conference Championship points. Monterey Bay FC battles California rival Orange County SC Friday, July 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern, ESPN2. Lewis going long. Towering header one. Caputo settling once again. It's a much different shape to one Knoxville in this second half. Caputo as the lone pivot, really starting to see every attack build through him. Yet Chattanooga backing off, not going to put as much pressure on him. Don't want to lose their numerical advantage when they sit back in their block. Ian Fuller and Scott McKenzie, two well-versed soccer minds, testing out their respective philosophies. Calixtro, push and go. Got around the first mark and not the second. Wessels went down and got the pass away. Long whistle from the referee. It was a crunching tackle. Right there, he picks his head up. He can see the challenge coming. Angela Kelly from behind, doesn't get the ball. It's late, and it's reckless. Former All-League second team selection. Time player with the Charleston Battery into the book for the reckless challenge. Those are the three words to look out for. Anybody studying for the refereeing courses at home. Careless is a foul. Reckless, yellow card. Dangerous, red card. That is how a referee decides. Referee sounds the whistle for a free kick. Won by Mercer. Vasquez standing over it. Vasquez will go himself and well over the goal. Vasquez onto it once again, and Lewis was out of his goal asking for it. Skelton instead puts his hands up saying he was doing what was safe. Swung in, and Lewis claims this one without problems. Knoxville trying to build again. Now Chattanooga winning the ball back in a promising spot a couple of times here. Trying to get some sustained momentum offensively. Cushioned down by Lombardi. And a foul one by Skelton. Mercer pushing over the captain for the visitors. Frustration, not able to get to that. One Knoxville wasting no time putting the ball back into play. Brown, Kelly, Calixtro, whipped in. Doyle is there. Not the best contact, but Kelly blocked the clearance. Caputo, prowling, searching and finding Brown. Kelly finding no room to turn. Nice touch from Haugley, and Grayson Mercer urging his teammates forward. Caputo slipped, Knapp intercepting. Mercer with time and space, options either side. Mercer going himself. And he had Zahir Vasquez begging for it to his right-hand side. That selfish play there would have likely resulted in a second for the Red Wolves. Challenge at midfield. Tequila goes down. Doyle can't believe there wasn't a whistle, and now there is. Take another look at it. Kelly went down. May have been a foot late in from Knapp, and then Tequila. There's not a ton in it there from Declan Waters. Tequila leaving the ball behind him as Waters was trying to slow his run. As the referee has motioned for another hydration break. It is 1-0 Chattanooga, but there were two chances that really stand out in this first half. The 2-on-2 opportunity with Hernandez and Bentley that resulted in a shot save. And then that last chance by Mercer. This was the one that crossed the line. Free kick won by Hernandez, curled to the top left corner, pushed off the crossbar, and headed forcefully home. Whipping free kick, it was some save, but Matt Bentley on the follow-up. That's why you always chase the rebound as a forward. Matt Bentley has hit the ground running in his first year as a Red Wolf. Born in London, played his college ball with West Virginia and Missouri State. Ian Fuller issuing some final instructions to his side to try and get a point on the road. Won all 3 points last time out on home soil against South Georgia. First pickup in the points column in 4 matches. Bentley grew up in England, as mentioned, played through the 5th and the 7th tiers in his native country. Also spent some time in League One with the Richmond Kickers, scored in his debut in 2022 as a Chattanooga legend. Gets ready to grace the field in Walefi. Man that needs no introduction. Walefi raised in the Corinthians Academy in Brazil. The same that produced some all-time greats. Kleber, Julio Cesar, Silvinho.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, once the clock hits the 80th minute, beer will no longer be available in stadium concessions. This is your last call for alcohol. Once the clock hits the 80th minute, beer will no
Another
longer
long
be
whistle right in front of the referee, making sure there's no extracurriculars. Stuart Ritchie, second season with the club, started every one of his 22 appearances last year. second stint in the league after playing with Matt Bentley and the Richmond Kickers in 2022. Aaron Lombardi standing over in the 80th minute. Plenty of time in the air. First two at Brown, second Calixtro. Work to do to get it away from danger. Whistle's header out of play. And Knoxville escape. Skelton. Kelly overcooked it a bit. Brown settles, finds him again. Kelly still not allowed to turn, but Leffy intercepting. Man, he's been with the team since the start. Mercer in his first season with the team went down and tried to go on. Doesn't get the foul call he wanted. Striker pairing at first for Chattanooga. Now they've left Mercer alone, and Doyle in behind loses his footing, and there was a push, and it's a red card. It's a straight red card for Omar Gomez. An unbelievable turn of events. The long ball in behind. It looked like Knoxville were in the clear, and it's a straight red card for Omar Gomez. Drama in the derby. The third player this season for Chattanooga to get a red card. Take a look at the challenge. And there was enough contact in that by the judgment of the referee to send Mark Doyle over. Gomez may be very unlucky. He was the last man. And he still has something to say. He can appeal the red card for the foul, but he can't appeal a red card for dissent, and that's what his teammate Declan Waters is telling him. Look, we'll take a look at it this week, and if we have to write a letter, we will, but you can't lose your cool. It is just outside the box. If it was in the box, it would likely be a yellow card. But for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, Omar Gomez is dismissed. Scott McKenzie is beside himself. Fair play to Declan Waters, his teammate, for removing Omar Gomez, making sure that nothing further is said to the referee because they can't appeal the red card. And a yellow card has come out, I think, to Scott McKenzie, head coach of the Red Wolves. But again, if they feel wrong, they can appeal it in the midweek, but not for dissent. Kempis Tequila, amidst the drama, has a chance to level the match from 20 yards. Tequila! Saved by Smith! The number one fired up, defending his goal. Jason Smith, the Academy product, goes airborne. Played under McKenzie as a teenager, helping to take this team to the top, and gets all the way to the top shelf to push that one over. Caputo waiting to swing this one in. Good delivery, but headed away. Ritchie right back in. Smith punches. Doyle back into it, and the whistle has sounded. It's chalked off. Doyle winning the free kick that led to the red card. Headed it in, but the whistle went before that for offside. Joshua Encarnacion is the head official tonight. And it did look like Chattanooga stepped up on that. And there was offsides against Sievert Haugli, impeding Jason Smith's ability to get to the ball. Even if the Knoxville player doesn't touch it, still he is involved actively in the attacking phase of play, which is a fancy way, by the letter of the law, of saying offside. Knoxville, with a man advantage, will throw numbers forward in the Tennessee Derby. It's gonna come down to the wire. Seatbelts on. Calixtro one-on-one. Push and go, doesn't get the space he wanted. Lombardi stops it on a dime. The two still going at it. Brown. Space afforded to Caputo. Works it into the back post. Doyle shoves his defender over, and the referee has spotted that. Jason Smith trying to see it out. It would be his 4th clean sheet in his 8th start. Some ratio, that. Kelly finally afforded space to turn. Difficult pass he was trying to fake out. It was Eric Kinsler across. Just 22 years of age, already in his 6th or 7th professional season, said his head coach Scott McKenzie. Professional since he was 16, a team player, establishing himself as a presence in this league. Volley from Kelly, slice wide. Jason Smith will saunter over to the ball. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get our USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Brown asking someone to check too. Nobody does. Instead, it's an errant pass headed away. Mercer wants the 1-2, trying to lag it in behind for Vasquez in a foot race. He will lose to Sievert Haugli, but wins the throw. Can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on SiriusXM FC 157 and the new SiriusXM app. Quick footwork, somehow breaking free. Lovely stuff, and the shot is over the bar. Vasquez asking for a deflection, and the referee will oblige. Yanis Leline, in his first start, tried to do it all himself. Nearly did so. Went for power from a tight angle. Former James Madison man. Born and raised for the first 9 years of his life in Paris to a Spanish mother, a French father. Started playing at the age of 5 and never looked back. Lombardi. Outswinging ball. Barely anybody forward for Chattanooga. And that's to prevent a counter like this. Doyle sees Tequila. Clipped into no man's land. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Chattanooga faithful waving the flags on this Independence Day weekend. 90th minute now from CHI Memorial Stadium. There will likely be a decent chunk of change added on for the red card. Various injuries, substitutions in this second half. Waters away. Ritchie looking long. First is Lombardi, second is Caputo. Brown with the big shoulder from Lombardi, and he's won a free kick. You can understand the frustration from Chattanooga, but Lombardi wasn't really looking at the ball. He checked into the defender rather than going straight up for it, and it will be 7 minutes. A sizable addition to this second half. Ritchie with the in-swinger on the near side. Everybody forward. Extra man in the box for one Knoxville. Sent into the front post. Took a header. Still bouncing around. And then out of play. Mikael Görling tried to do what he could, but in the end, we need to work that back in front one more time. There's a mess of bodies there. Allowed to bounce, and Matt Bentley, the forward, first to it. So far, the lone goal scorer tonight. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Ian Fuller barking out orders with plenty of time to get one for one Knoxville. Seconds will feel like hours to Chattanooga, who have won a free kick. And 2 players go down. This match will likely go well past 90+7. Declan Waters is down. He's had an incredible performance tonight. Trainer sharing a laugh, which is a good sign. And he'll be okay. Already he's sitting upright once again. The captain began his professional career after playing college ball with Drake University. Started his pro days in 2023 in the 3rd tier of Swedish soccer. Logged the 2nd most minutes on the team that season and got a goal as well. Scored a goal last year in his first season for the Red Wolves, 21 appearances, 1,600 minutes played. Has played every minute this season for Chattanooga in USL League One. The word for him this year, said his head coach Scott McKenzie, was improvement. There were a lot of goals that came from lack of organization that they conceded last year, so now he is going to be the leader for this side, shoring things up defensively, looking for a 4th clean sheet. Which would put Jason Smith tied with Lalo Delgado of FC Naples and Matt Levy of the Charlotte Independence 2nd in the clean sheet standings with 4. Carlos Morencio of Spokane leading the way with 6. Takes a lot to leave an Irishman down for the count. And And the second he is back on his feet, he is barking out orders just like the leader Scott McKenzie wants him to be. Now he was down for about 2 minutes there. So we'll see how much time is extended onto the 7 minutes of additional time. Waters calling out orders from the far side, and the sprinter's gate onto the pitch. Somehow he's still got some energy in the tank. Incredible. 25 years of age. Headed on, but down again. Bentley away. Mercer gonna chase it down, trying not to foul. Checks his shoulder and nobody is helping him. Makes sense. Red Wolves packing the den, throwing everybody back. The switch is overhit. A rare mistake from Abel Caputo. 96th minute. Chattanooga fans brought the noise. Some of the younger Red Wolves faithful getting some drumming lessons. Always cool to see the next generation. Chattanooga, a team that has prided itself on raising generations of players. Walefi leaves it behind. Sent long again. Headed all the way back to Lewis. Whipped into the box, headed on again, and the foul called right at the edge of the area. It's the forward, Grayson Mercer, working all the way back. Mercer in his 4th appearance of the season. Rosamilia on for Tequila. Moves it along. Set back for Rosamilia. Big sliding challenge at the end of the area. It was a clean one. Still alive. Calixtro bodies forward for one Knox. Brown now trying to settle it and slicing high. Tried to go for the spectacular. 98th minute. Sent all the way through. Sievert Haugli has dropped back for it. 99th minute. The Tennessee Derby going into extra of extra time. Bentley forward. This might do it. Mercer trying to put a bow on it. Will take it to the corner. Derby to a close. 10-man Chattanooga. Defend the den. Scott McKenzie guides his side to a 3rd straight win at home as they charge up the League One table over in-state rivals one Knoxville. Take a look at tonight's play of the match, and it was this save after the red card by Jason Smith. The absolute top corner, Kempis Tequila eyed it up. The big number 1 says no thank you. great save and the mentality of a leader that has guided his side to a 4th clean sheet. Tonight's man of the match, presented by Outlaw Light Beer. Man who started his teenage days with the Chattanooga system, now getting it done on the big stage. We will step aside for just a second. When we come back, the post-game show, and we'll send you home from CHI Memorial Stadium.
Last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber-fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga, because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
Scott McKenzie with the plan to success. Chattanooga with the 1-0 win over 1 Knoxville in the Tennessee Derby. The full-time highlights from a hotly contested battle at CHI Memorial Stadium. This was the foul that led to the goal. Full-time highlights presented by CHI. Hernandez won it. The free kick saved by Lewis, and Matt Bentley heading home for a team-leading 5th of the season, tied with Pedro Hernandez in that category. Into the second half, and 1 Knoxville started brightly, but it really could have been 2-0. Hernandez finding Bentley, and then that side challenge gave in. Brought Bentley down, but the save made by Lewis, and play rolled along. 62nd minute, corner. 1 Knoxville. We spoke about set pieces in this one. Nearly headed home. Nico Guling, player to watch in a couple of great efforts tonight. That one just over the bar. 81st minute, and this was the red card. Mark Doyle goes down, and the referee straight to the back pocket. And well, that was the decision. So with 10 men, Chattanooga look to batten down the hatches, and Jason Smith play the match. Airborne goes number 1. Sky high to tip that one over from Kempis Tequila. Dangerous free kick sent over the bar. Look what it means to the man. That would seal it. So that'll do it. We waited nearly 300 days for the rematch of the Tennessee Derby, and what a match it was. The Volunteer State crown will belong to the Red Wolves. 1-0 the final. For everybody behind the scenes making this broadcast possible, producer Brent Coscayuela, I'm Philip Galati saying so long and good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.